Enjoy good company around you? Are you in a group of friends looking for an activity that doesn't involve alcohol, but still can share laughs and jokes, or singing songs and telling stories in a group circle? Well, if you are, then you should probably partake in drinking some kava. Maybe this short little clip will help give you a little taste of what mixing kava is.
Oh, different line. Ready for someone like that?
I hope you enjoyed that little clip. Throughout this speech, I will be talking about what kava is used for, how it's prepared, and the effects that kava has on a person. A Tongan word for bitter not only refers to the plant, but as well as the drink. Throughout the Pacific, kava goes by a number of names. For instance, ava in Hawaii, yaguana or yanguana in Fiji, kava kava in the Marquesas Islands, and ava ava in Samoa. Nobody knows exactly where kava has originated from, but leading botanists believe it may have first appeared in northern Vanuatu and migrated throughout Polynesia. Kava is used throughout Polynesia and the Pacific for many purposes, and it is more popular in this geographical area of the world. Its first encounters with Europeans were in the 18th century. It is unpopular in the western part of the world because of the effect it has and its taste. It is a narcotic sedative drink made from the root of the pepper family. The drink has become more popular in recent times. Kava is considered a relaxing drink, traditionally consumed by chiefs in social functions. It reaffirms hierarchical status of those present by leaving no doubts as to who has certain rights and privileges. This is achieved in a formal kava ceremony through the order of seating, serving in order of rank, a detailed procedure in making the brew, and the formal commands controlling the preparation. There are many stories in different cultures throughout Polynesia when it comes to the drinking of kava. Fijians believe that drinking kava allows participants to communicate with supernatural. Perhaps the most historical use of the brew comes from Samoa. According to legend, kava was first given by the sun god Tangaloa, the first high chief of the Samoans. It begins with the sacrifice of a young virgin, Fituita, at the place where the sun rises. Her fate was to be that of other virgins, who were each year devoured by the sun. However, one year, a girl by the name of Ui was offered, and so great was her beauty that the sun god took her to be his bride. When she became pregnant by the solar deity and wished to return for a visit with her people to give birth, consent was granted, and she was sent flying through the sky at tremendous speed. As a result, she miscarried and her baby was flung into the ocean. All was not lost, as the legend goes, for a hermit crab found it and tended to the infant, along with a plover and a shrike. The boy grew under the guidance of this unlikely trio into Tangaloa. It was he who taught mortals how to make kava, as well as the reverential ceremony that surrounded its uses. Pava, the first mortal to participate in the ceremony, had a son who laughed at the antics of his father as he attempted to prepare this brew for Tangaloa. In godlike wrath, Tangaloa cut the son into two pieces to the dismay of Pava, and then proceeded to instruct Pava in the correct manner of preparing kava. After a wooden bowl was filled with kava, Pava offered it to Tangaloa, who did not drink it but poured it on half of Pava's dead son and uttered soifua, or life. At the pronouncement, the boy was made whole again, and Pava clapped his hands in joy. Tangaloa took his leave with the admonition that kava pertains to high chiefs, and that it is sacred, and rituals since that day involve the pronouncement and clapping of hands. is mainly used during ceremonial purposes in traditional Polynesian cultures, and is also a celebratory drink to mark momentous occasions such as weddings, public festivals, political powwows and holidays, and even in ceremonies honoring the dead. People also find the use of kava in medicinal practices. It has been shown to help with anxiety, depression, as well as good sleep. It has been used by athletes, businessmen, and diplomats to help take the edge off and increase with focused concentration. Kava can be prepared in one of two ways: the traditional or the more modern way, which is commonly used at social functions. In more traditional tribal cultures, children were given the task to chew the roots and lower stems of the plant to produce the brew made from kava. Children are the best candidates because their mouths are generally more disease-free than those of adults, and their teeth are stronger as well. As they gnaw away at the root, they spit the extraction into a large wooden bowl. The alkaline saliva of the mouth with its salivary enzymes promotes the extraction of the active ingredients marindindin and dihydromethostism. Then the kava root mixture is diluted by the addition of water, and the mixture is strained into coconut bowls. 1/2 of such a bowl is enough to induce a state of well-being and slight torpor, which may terminate in tranquility lasting several hours. The fresh root is pounded in a suitable container, and the root that has been washed and dried is machine pounded into fine powder. The powder is placed in a fine mesh bag. Water is poured in the bowl, and the bag is worked with fingers under water until the potency can be judged by the color of the water. Kava is most enjoyable when shared amongst family and friends. In Hawaii, there are kava clubs created amongst friends and family where they meet once a week at a specific location and share in the relaxing comfort of the drink. I have been to a couple where the atmosphere is so positive, stress-free, and fun. Drinking kava isn't like drinking alcohol, where you just drink one after another. Usually after drinking a bowl, there is a rest time in between each drink. What makes mixing amongst family and friends enjoyable is that there's always some sort of entertainment and camaraderie that's going on. Whether it be catching up with a person on how their week was, to meeting someone new, or just even joking around. The best part I would say about going to a mix is the songs that are sung amongst everyone in the group. I always feel that we are holding on and keeping the traditions of our ancestors as we sing these songs from our native land. It gives me a sense of pride that kava is something that is linked with Polynesian culture, and being able to share it with someone who might not know a lot about it, and hopefully they can experience it for themselves. So if you ever have a chance to drink some kava with a group of people or strangers, I suggest that you do. I think you'll enjoy it. Thank you.